The main event, 10-round main event between undefeated Alejandro Paulino and one of the best fighters here in New England we've had in a long time, Toka Kahn.
I'm gonna come out and show off my skills, my talent, you know what I'm saying? Alejandro's a decent fighter. I see a lot of green in him, you know? Yes, it's obvious, you see he's a strong kid, young kid, but his boxing shit is not just about being strong, and they just talking about they gonna knock me out, knock me out. I hope they're not sleeping, because I don't know, I got 19 of those things too. You know what I'm saying?
Who he beat? Because when he stepped up, he lost. So he hasn't beat nobody yet.
I see a lot of green in him towards the end of the fight, and I'm gonna explore that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take advantage of that. You know what I'm saying?
If you see the green, go ahead and take the chance. Trying to expose me, whatever you gotta say. In there, I want you to come in and try and expose me.
Indeed.
I know you're not gonna do that. You know what you're gonna do. You're gonna box, you're gonna move around, but you ain't gonna get, you're not gonna fight me. You're not gonna fight me. Don't be in those ropes. Don't be in those ropes, bro.
Would you want me to come in your face and bro?
No. Do you. Like, if you do that, you're gonna get knocked out.
I'm gonna get knocked out.
If you do the opposite, you're gonna get knocked out too.
You know what happened when these hunters go hunt? They get hunted too, baby.
I ain't hunting. I ain't hunting. I'm gonna take it steady.
You gonna get hunted too, baby.
I got 10 rounds to knock you out, bro.
I hope, baby. Yeah. You got 10 rounds to get knocked out too, baby.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
At the same size,
you gotta fight. You gotta fight for that. You gotta come up. You gotta let your hands go for that.
Of course, baby. What you got me do?
Nah, use your legs. That's what you're gonna do.
I'm gonna do everything I got, baby. All my tools.
You're gonna use your legs.
I'm gonna use all my tools.
You're gonna use
I'm gonna use all my tools to beat your ass, my boy. I'm gonna use all my tools to beat the brick out you.
That's cool.
All my tools.
Mohegan Sun, are you ready? I said, are you ready? It is time for the main event. 10 rounds in the lightweight division for the WBC US Silver Lightweight Championship. First coming to the ring, Toka Kahn.
Coming in from Providence, Rhode Island by way of Liberia, Ray, it's hard to put into words what Toka Kahn has meant to boxing in Rhode Island and boxing in New England in general, but you're talking about a fighter, 32 years of age, 29-3. This would be win number 30 tonight. Not many fighters even get to 30 fights period, never mind 30 wins. Toka Kahn has been a special prospect since he started. Ray, take us through that. What you have seen from Toka through the years, what you expect to see tonight?
I've seen so many ups with Toka. He comes to my gym a lot. He calls me a lot. We talk a lot. Beautiful fighter. He has everything you want in a fighter, but then he has them points where he just does enough just to last. Is Toka coming for that win, or is he coming just to last?
Toka Kahn last fought in 2022. That was coincidentally for CS. He defeated Jonathan Oquendo by the end of his decision. He's only had one fight since 2020. Had some promotional issues with the Bella Entertainment. He pulled out of a fight with Arthur Abraham, and promoter Lou DiBella put him on the shelf for some time. But in the midst of the pandemic, fought all-world great Shakur Stevenson. Lost that fight by decision. And Ray, a lot of people thought that he tried to survive in that fight as well against Stevenson.
Toka's his own worst enemy. He has the talent. He has everything we want in a fighter. You look at him like, wow, that's the fighter I want. Speed, power, choke, smart, calmness. But he's his own worst enemy.
Well, at 32, we'll see which Toka Kahn shows up tonight. It's going to be a very exciting bout.
And his opponent, Alejandro Paulino.
Listen to that ovation. New London's own Alejandro Paulino, currently the WBC Silver Lightweight Champion, who will be making his second defense of this title. Ray, you talk about fighters at different points in their careers. You mentioned Toka Kahn. He's 32 years of age. This is a big crossroads fight for him. If he loses this fight, that could be it for Toka Kahn. But Alejandro Paulino is only 26 years of age. He's 18-0. 14 of those wins have come by knockout. Ray, you and I have been ringside for a lot of Alejandro's fights. We've seen him take some lessons in the ring. This, by far, without question, the biggest challenge of his career.
This fight right here could open many doors for him. Not just a win, but if he goes the way he is a fighter is, a knockout, this is going to knock doors in for him.
This is the biggest fight in New England in quite some time. We're about to ready to get it underway. Let's send it to our ring announcer, Patrick Sullivan.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we introduce these fighters, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem by Eddie B. Ladies and gentlemen, Eddie B. Mohegan Sun, it is time for your main event of the evening. 10 rounds in the lightweight division for the WBC US Silver Lightweight Championship. Representing the WBC is Mr. Michael George. Now let's meet the fighters. First, the challenger, fighting out of the blue corner. Wearing the black trunks, he weighed in at an even 135 pounds. With a professional record of 29 wins, only 3 defeats, with 19 big wins coming by way of knockout. Hailing from Providence, Rhode Island, please welcome Toka T-Nice Kahn. And his opponent, wearing these silver shorts, he weighed in at a lean, mean 134 pounds. With a perfect professional record of 18 wins, no losses, with 14 big wins coming by way of knockout. He is the reigning, he is the defending WBC US Silver Lightweight Champion. Hailing from New London, Connecticut, Mohegan Sun, please welcome Alejandro Referee is Johnny Callis.
Toka, Alejandro, you received your instructions in the dressing room. I want you to protect yourself at all times. Above all, obey my commands at all times. First command is right now. Touch gloves. Come out. When the bell rings, come out and box. Good luck.
10 rounds in the lightweight division.
Finally, the fight we've been waiting for is about to get underway. Ray, if you look around the room tonight, you see some of the best in New England here. Kyrie Gray from Worcester, Mass. Ricky Del Santos from Pawtucket, Rhode Island. They all want to see this fight. They've been dying to see these two go toe-to-toe. And just based on what you saw from the video, what you've heard in the press, there is no love lost between these two tonight.
There is definitely no loss in this fight here. Both fighters don't like each other. Toka don't like Big Six. You know, but the good thing is after this fight, they're all going to show back
Absolutely.
respect.
Alejandro Paulino in the silver trunks, Toka Kahn in the pink and black. Toka Kahn trained by a longtime trainer, Hector Bermudez. You see Victor Fagnet in his corner as well. And, of course, Alejandro Paulino from Big Six Boxing Academy with Roland Estrada and Jason Big Six Estrada, the former Olympian. So, the who's who of New England trainers as Alejandro charges in on Toka Kahn. Some good body work there by Paulino. And Toka just trying to wrap him up here in this opening minute. Paulino going to work on the body.
We're going to see that a lot. We're going to see Paulino come in, throwing the bombs, and Toka's going to grab in the hole. So my thing is, can Paulino continue doing that in the later rounds? Toka wants to take him into the later rounds. I'm surprised Toka didn't ask for a 10-rounder instead of an 8-rounder.
No, this is 10. I'm surprised he didn't ask for 12 rounds or even 15 if you could still do it. But this is a 10-round bout. And, of course, like you said, Ray, he wants to drag Paulino into those deep, uncharted territory and see how Paulino holds up if the fight gets that far.
Exactly. And people don't understand, Toka can't hit. When he's sitting down, he can't hit. And we've seen Paulino dropped a couple times or hurt a couple times. So if Toka lands one, we know if Paulino lands one, he's going to hurt Toka. But if Toka lands one, he's going to hurt Paulino.
You're absolutely right. Paulino's always been known for his power. We saw him make a big step-up fight against Andrew Rogers in 2022 to get knocked down in that fight, came back, won on the cards, and faced some adversity for a few fights that year. When it got to the end of the season, head trainer Roland Estrada says, we're going to pull back a little bit. We're going to take a break, take some time off, and then come back strong in 2023. And now in 2024, he's on that same pace, this being his 4th fight of the year, and moving along so quickly at 26 years of age. Sky's the limit for Paulino. And again, this is a great fight, a great step-up opportunity against Toka Kahn, who has been a world title challenger.
And definitely, Paulino, sometimes it's just not the fights that are tough. It's the training that's tough. He spies everybody there is. He spied with Jermaine Ortiz. He spied with Mikey from Connecticut. He's sparring some tough fighters in there,
And really the biggest question there is what Toka Kahn has left in the tank at 32 years of age. And you talk about having 32 pro fights under his belt and only one fight since 2020. It's been a long stretch of inactivity. There was some rumor leading up to this fight that Toka Kahn was spending a lot of his camp cutting weight, and he said, you know what? Come see me on fight night, you'll see how I look if I was really cutting weight the entire camp. Toka Kahn insists that he's been training with the best and the weight hasn't been an issue, and 1 round in the books. So far, so good.
I've seen Toka. I don't think the fight had a problem, the weight had a problem.
1 round in the books. We got more to come. Don't go anywhere on Swerve Combat. Welcome back to Mohegan Sun Arena in Swerve Combat. Michael Parenti joined by Sucre Ray Oliveira, bringing you all the action here in our main event, round 2 of a scheduled 10 between Alejandro Paulino, the reigning WBC silver lightweight champion, and the challenger Toka Kahn, Providence, Rhode Island veteran, looking for a win number 30 on his resume.
Definitely gave that round there to Paulino. He came out there, he want pressure. Well, we all knew that was going to happen in the beginning, that Paulino was going to grab probably the first 2 or 3 rounds, and then Toka will start picking it up, hopefully. But the holding a lot, I don't want to see Toka doing. Allow Paulino to throw those punches, land in the arms. Practically do the rope-a-dope. Give him what Muhammad Ali did to George Foreman.
And as you know, Ray, Kahn has been here before. He's been in these kind of fights. He's been in long-distance fights, so he knows how to pace himself. And certainly there comes a time where you have to pick that pace up. Paulino lands a little short right on the break. Referee Johnny Callis all over the action here tonight. He'll have his hands full in this one, and these two go at it. And again, like we said, they don't like each other. They want to beat each other. They want to prove something in this bout. It's not just about the belt, Ray. It's about the bragging rights.
Yeah,
Make no mistake about it.
See, Paulino was doing exactly what he wants. He knew he's going to walk Toka down. He wants to keep him on them ropes. Don't let him get loose and don't let him hold. Don't smother yourself, Paulino. When he stays in the ropes, just keep digging him.
That was one of the things that Paulino said during the pre-fight warm-up, that he expects Toka to, quote, run around and not let his hands go, and perhaps use his legs to his advantage. So Paulino expecting this kind of action coming in and trying to cut the ring off against Toka, but it's easier said than done, obviously, against somebody with Toka Kahn's ring experience.
Well, Paulino just got to be patient. He wants to run, let him run. You touch him on the arm, touch him on the shoulders, you're touching something. Let him run. Toka, what he got to do is he got to let those hands go. Not just them feet, not run around. Let those damn hands go.
And also worth mentioning that Toka Kahn is a southpaw, and that's always a challenge, as we've talked about during this broadcast. Paulino, an orthodox right-hander, and now he's starting to unload here in the corner. Final minute of round number 2. Kahn just trying to wrap around and hold. He takes a short left on the way out.
That's what they don't worry about. Can Paulino do that for the whole 10 rounds?
And again, we wonder if that's part of the strategy on Toka Kahn, if Paulino punches himself out at some point, having never been that deep into a fight before.
But what Toka got to do is make him work. Running ain't going to make him work. Running definitely going to make him work. All he's going to do is follow you. You got to let him throw punches. And right now, Toka is he's on a bicycle.
Yeah. Final seconds here of round 2.
This here staring and waiting isn't going to make him tired.
And there's the bell. So a very interesting first 2 rounds here. As you mentioned, Ray, Paulino has been the aggressor. What does Toka need to do? You saw a lot of the he's circling the ring, he's doing, but not working as much as you want him to work.
I want him to work more. Let those hands go and don't run so much. Like I tell him, walk the ring, walk it. Don't run around the ring and make Paulino throw punches. See right there, he's covering up nice. They're not hitting, but the crowd's going to react on that. And if you're not throwing no punches, the judges are going to say, I might as well give you the round because you're the one touching something, if not anything.
Toka Kahn was born in Liberia. His family moved to Philadelphia when he was younger, and his father was murdered a year later. It was a very tough story, a very tough upbringing for Toka Kahn. Spent some time homeless, bouncing around from city to city. Landed in Providence, was adopted by Andrea Watson and his father, Ron Cleary. They brought him to Manfredo's gym when he was 14 years old, and the rest was history. 131-11 as an amateur, 2010 National Golden Gloves champion. He started his career with Peter Manfredo Sr., now working with Hector Bermudez, and he's been through some different promoters and managers during the course of his career. Had a short stint with Evander Holyfield when Evander Holyfield was promoting fighters. So Toka Kahn has seen, I think, all sides of the business, not just in the ring, but outside the ring as well.
He's seen it all, done it all. There's nothing different from him. But like I said earlier, what Toka are we getting today? The Toka that wants to win, or the Toka that just wants to show everybody that he can box? I've seen you box. I want to see you win.
And no question, this is a big fight for both fighters. We mentioned what this could mean for Alejandro Paulino's career. We get him to win number 19. It would be a big win over a former world title challenger and a fighter with more experience, more amateur experience. And for Toka Kahn, the victory puts him back in the picture again, and perhaps a loss goes the other way. So there's a lot at stake for both fighters, again, beyond the championship.
Definitely. It's definitely a lot. If Toka wins this fight, is he going to fight ever again? This is his second fight in 4 years. And if Alejandro loses, what does he do after this loss?
Some good body work here, Ray, by Paulino.
Definitely, that's what he got to do, Paulino. Just keep touching his arms and body. And again, Toka also just allow him to hit you. Allow him to hit you and wear yourself down. You're in shape. Toka was in shape, but got in shape for this fight. The weight was not a problem for him.
I agree. Whatever source made that claim was probably wrong. And Toka Kahn does look like he's in shape with this fight and has shown no sign of wear any time just yet. Again, we're only in round 3, so there is a long way to go. But
everybody sees a fighter wear a tight shirt, and they say we're fat. You know, I'm fat.
1 minute to go here in round 3.
The clothes make me look good, that's all. Good body work right there with Paulino.
Unloading, big right hand there by Paulino. That snapped Toka Kahn's head back. We talk about survival mode right there. Toka Kahn in survival mode here at the end of this 3rd round.
Now this is what I told Toka he don't want to do. He's allowing him to land punch. The crowds are going to go for it. If he allows 3-4 punches, at least throw one, Toka. Answer that phone. Don't let that phone keep ringing. Answer it.
All right, we're seeing Toka Kahn do a lot of smiling through the flurries, but you're losing rounds. It's nothing to laugh about. You have 10 to go. Totally understood, but you don't want to fall behind too far, too deep, too early in the fight. And perhaps there is something to what you said, Ray, about the survival mode as opposed to coming to win the fight.
Yes.
And we'll see if Toka turns it up here. Final 10 seconds of round 3. Paulino, no question, has been the aggressor. That's indisputable. And there's the bell. So 3 rounds in the books, Ray. Toka Kahn's got their tongue out. He's laughing. He's smiling. But what are you seeing on the other side?
I'm seeing that Paulino's doing what he wants to do, which is, you know, let him lay in the ropes and just keep pounding that body and pounding the arms. As you see here, Toka's not giving nothing back. He's staying there covered up. You know, he's slipping a punch in there once in a while. Body shots are beautiful, and Toka's not landing nothing. Is that what Toka wants him to do to tire out? It probably is, but you're still giving away rounds. You're still giving away rounds. And like I said earlier, Toka does have that one punch where Paulino has been shown to get hurt and get dropped. But you know, what game plan does Toka want to do? Was that it?
It's a risky strategy, Ray. Like you said, you give up rounds, and you're also assuming that you are going to have enough in the tank to get that fighter out of there, because at that point in the fight, you are going to need a knockout to win if you give up too many rounds along the way. So it is a very tough strategy.
I mean, this is only round 4. We got 6 after this, but this is where Toka got to stop pulling it up.
Yeah, getting close to the halfway point here. Round number 4 underway. Once again, Michael Parenti joined by Sucre Ray Oliveira on Swerve Combat, bringing you all the action ringside from Mohegan Sun as CES Boxing presents the Autumn Classic. And you have Alejandro Paulino in the silver trunks, the reigning WBC silver lightweight champion, taking on Toka Kahn in the black and pink trunks.
You see Toka came out sitting more. Yes, he's backing up, but he's sitting on his punches, not on his toes, bouncing.
You wonder if Kahn has seen something through the first 3 rounds that has given him a little more confidence in round 4. It's still too early to tell.
Well, we have
nice left hand there.
We said after 4 rounds is when Toka should pick it up. That's when Paulino, in the past, I see, and other people have seen that he lowers down. Yes, he's still got that one punch knockout, but he does lower down a little.
Ooh. Paulino unloading with rights and lefts here in the corner. Nice little uppercut, snap Toka's head back. Kahn again showing that he's unfazed, or at least trying to give the impression that he's unfazed by it all.
Well, like I said, that's telling me I also hit you.
Yeah. Halfway through round 4. And again, Paulino stays aggressive.
I'm not going to show you no emotions if you hit me or miss me.
And to put this in perspective, Alejandro Paulino turned pro in May of 2021, already has 18 fights on his resume, so he's been super active under the guidance of Roland Estrada and the Big 6 Boxing Academy. And that's despite taking some time off.
Time off for them was what, 1 month?
That's right.
What they probably meant was take a month off in the gym.
He had 5 fights in 2022. This is his 4th fight of 2024. And 2023 was probably his most inactive year, but it's still a very active year for most fighters.
Toka landed that left hand, but he's got to put something on it.
He's starting to elude some of Alejandro's punches a little bit more than we saw in the earlier rounds. But again, like you said, not really landing combinations, landing one punch and getting out of the way.
Gotta stop putting them in combinations. Alejandro's still picking up these rounds.
Toka trying to use that jab more and take that southpaw advantage into effect, but so far Paulino's been aggressive and stays aggressive.
Paulino's moving into Toka's left. Let your left go. He's walking into your right. I mean, let that left hand go, Toka.
Final 10 seconds of round 4. And it's been as good as advertised here from Mohegan Sun. Our main event of Autumn Classic, and Paulino trying to rip a couple more to the body right at the bell. And Johnny Cowell steps in, breaks it up. We've got a great fight here through 4. And still plenty more to go. Stay with us on Swerve Combat. We're back ringside of Mohegan Sun Arena. Michael Parenti joined by Sucre Ray Oliveira as we head into round number 5 of a scheduled 10 between Alejandro Paulino, the reigning WBC title holder, against Toka Kahn. Kahn trying to pick up win number 30 in his illustrious career. But so far, Paulino's doing a great job, Ray.
Paulino's doing exactly what he wants to do. He's walking them down, keep him on the ropes, keep touching that body and bring it back up to the head. He's not overexerting himself. Toka, on the other hand, this is the round where he has to pick up. He's already down 4 rounds IC. Yes, he landed the last round a little bit better, but I still gave it to Paulino. This is where he starts, you got to pick it up. You don't want to be down 5 rounds and have to win the next 5.
Getting closer to the halfway point. In fact, if this round goes the full 3 minutes, we will be halfway through it. And we'll see. It'd be very interesting to see what the scorecards will look like as Paulino lets go of the flurry. Landing some shots to the body against Kahn.
That was a beautiful 3-punch, 3 left hooks right to the body. This is where Toka doesn't want to wait. He wants to put something on him. He's waiting too much. He's waiting for Paulino to do something, then trying to react. Or not reacting. Paulino's just doing exactly what he wants to do. Walk him down, put him on the rope, and keep touching that body.
Kahn, as we mentioned, a huge amateur background. At one point, really at the height of his career, was one of the top 15 fighters in the world, ranked by the IBF, and also spent some time working with Freddie Roach. So he's seen a lot of different voices in the corner, and he's had different tutelage through the years. This crowd's really starting to pick it up now, trying to get behind Paulino.
Paulino caught him with a right hand there. Toka shook his head, but that's, like I say all the time, that's telling me I hit you. You're shaking that head, I hit you. This is where Paulino, let those hands go. Toka's, he's not moving like he was in earlier rounds.
Final minute of round number 5.
Beautiful left, straight left by Toka.
Good
Needs
left
more
by
of
Toka.
that.
Yeah.
Needs more of that.
Paulino, however, comes back strong.
This is where Toka got to open up, straight down that middle. Don't throw around it.
Nice left hand by
Beautiful left
Toka.
hand by Toka.
Fighting well off the ropes against Paulino.
That's what he got to do. He's got to throw while he's throwing. Toka needs to throw while he's throwing. Not wait till he stops. Throw the punch while he's throwing.
Good left to the body by Toka Kahn. And there's the bell for round 5. So, Ray, we're through 5 here halfway. While it would appear that Paulino is ahead on the cards, I'm starting to feel that Toka Kahn's picking up some momentum here.
Well, we said it earlier that Toka is going to pick it up towards the later of the rounds. But is it a little bit too late right now? You know, is he down 5? Is it 4-1? That last round with a toss-up there. You know, Paulino started off great. Toka ended off great. I would go 4-1,
yeah.
4 rounds Paulino, 1 round Toka. There's 5 more rounds left here. Let's see if Toka can continue doing that. He has to have the momentum now and take the next 4 rounds.
Now keep in mind, we know we're very unofficial in terms of scorekeeping here, but I think on my scorecard, probably 4-1 in favor of Paulino, maybe 3-2, maybe, but it would take a lot to get a second round out of there for Kahn. Right now, I think Paulino is doing the job and has just been more aggressive, but again, Toka Kahn has been down this road before. He has the confidence to pull out fights late in the game, and perhaps he sees something here from Paulino over these last 2 rounds. And you know, I think the sign of that, Ray, would be if he starts to really let his hands go. It shows that he has found something there that he can exploit. We'll see.
By letting those hands go and Paulino's throwing. Don't throw when he stops. You know, and Paulino looks like he's in. He doesn't look tied in this fight. Those hands are still going. He's not throwing wild. He's keeping it tight.
Toka Kahn using that jab here as we begin round number 6. Michael Parenti joined by Sucre Ray Oliveira. You're watching us live on Swerve Combat. It's our highly anticipated all-New England main event. Fight that's been talked about for quite some time and has received considerable press attention in New England and has really heightened the awareness of the New England fight fans, all of whom are here tonight at Mohegan Sun. The who's who of New England boxing.
I was about to say that. It's who's who of New England. It's all
Trainers,
here.
fighters are all here to see this one. And so far, Paulino looks good, and Toka Kahn trying to mount a late rally.
And this is what it takes for two guys in New England to fight each other,
Yeah.
to bring out the rest of those fighters. We get us all in here and let's talk. Oh, why don't we fight? You know, why don't we do this again? Not me, them.
You can't help but be inspired if you're one of those New England players in the crowd tonight. You see the atmosphere in this arena. You want to be in this kind of ring, in this kind of fight.
That's why you want to fight local New England fighters, because this is what brings the crowd, rivalries. He's waiting. He's waiting.
Yeah.
He's got to be more active.
Both fighters certainly, I don't want to say slowing down, but maybe just being a little bit more cautious or intentional with what they're doing.
Yes, as the rounds go on, you know, fighters are being more cautious, but, you know, you still want to be calm, aggressive. Calm aggression.
Toka just trying to buy his time and find that moment. Runs into a quick right hand by Paulino.
He's got to allow Paulino to come in and sit and let them hands go. You're backing him up, but you're not throwing nothing. There you go. He's sitting and throwing out. This is the round Toka's picking up. He's throwing while Paulino's throwing. He's landing.
And Ray, you know as well as anybody, a fight like this, a 10-round fight, it's all about adjustments midway through. The opponent makes an adjustment, then you have to counter-adjust at some point.
Yes.
To get yourself back on track.
We know both teams have great cornermen to make the adjustments. It's up to the fighters to follow those adjustments. Right now, Toka is doing that. He wanted to start late, and he's coming late, and he's letting those hands go.
And as Toka Kahn makes those adjustments, we'll see what the Paulino camp can come up with between rounds here as we go to the final 30 seconds of round number 6.
Toka's allowing Paulino now to come in, and right before he throws, he lets that left hand go.
Nice little shot before the bell. Both fighters bump shoulders on the way to their corners. And again, it's been a different fight here these past couple of rounds. Are you seeing more of what you want to see from Toka?
Yes, definitely. I'm seeing a lot more. He's throwing while Paulino's throwing, and this time he's not just bouncing backwards. He's working around and then jumping in with his punches, not jumping with no punches. And see on the replay, see he's moving. Paulino jumps in. Yes, he's landing there, but this is where I don't want Toka to sit on them ropes. Now again, Toka again, sitting on those ropes, allowing Pino to touch, but throw while he's throwing. If he's throwing 4 or 5 punches, touch him. And as it comes right now, these are the earlier rounds that are happening here. Now you see the later rounds, Toka's coming in and landing his punches first.
And again, you got to wonder as we get ready for round number 7 if the veteran that Toka Kahn is expects at some point that Alejandro Paulino may slow down in the later rounds.
You're hoping he does. I don't see Paulino, you know, he's not exerting himself like he did in other fights. He's throwing smart punches. He's landing. Usually you exert yourself when you miss. But that's why I tell my fighters, touch the arms, touch the shoulders. You always got to touch his face or his body. Touch the arms, touch the shoulders. You're not losing wind that way.
Now, for what it's worth, Paulino has never been in a 10-round fight, but he has gone the distance in an 8-round fight twice, and both occurred this year. One against D'Angelo Keys, and then in his title victory over Esteban Falcao, that was here at Mohegan in March. So he has gone back-to-back fights, 8 rounds, then he had a first-round knockout in his last fight. So he's been in deep waters, perhaps not as deep as 10, and perhaps not with someone of the pedigree of a Toka Kahn, so that does change the formula a little bit.
And also, you know, both fighters exerted themselves. They wanted this fight. Toka's used to this limelight. He's been on pay-per-view and all that, been on Shakur Stevens. So he's used to that. Even though it was one time, he's used to it. Is Paulino used to that? Back home he is, yes. And that's where we are, home.
Michael Parenti and Sucre Ray Oliveira bringing you all the action ringside from Mohegan Sun on Swerve Combat. It's the main event of our CES Boxing Autumn Classic card.
See, now Toka's picking his spots, but he already gave up half the round. Now he's going to win the other half of this round.
He may have to possibly pitch a shutout the rest of the way or score a knockout or just finish the fight strong, depending on what the judges see. But again, you and I called a couple fights on our own and didn't quite turn out that way in the scorecard, so we never really know.
Like we tell everybody, it's our opinions.
Right. This is just what we see, and certainly not reflective of what the judges see. But I think it's worth noting the action certainly has slowed to some pace a bit. And I don't know if Paulino is perhaps fatigued or just maybe being a little more cautious.
For both guys being a little cautious, you know, trying to plan things more early in the fight, they just let those hands go. Now they're being a little bit more cautious, working on their game plan. That was a beautiful right hand by Paulino.
And Toka had just landed a couple of nice shots of his own. Paulino responded with the right. Paulino trying to catch him another flurry. Missed on the way out. 30 seconds to go in round 7.
Toka's picking his shots, but are they late, too late? Paulino's being the more aggressive fighter.
And that's been the pace since round 1. 10 seconds to go here, Ray.
He's picking his rounds, but I got him just 2 rounds. With Paulino's up 4. After this one, I believe 5 rounds.
Kahn tries to land a couple of wild rights or lefts, doesn't connect. 7 rounds in the books. We're getting into the home stretch. Don't go anywhere with us. Stay with us on Swerve Combat. Welcome back to Swerve Combat. Michael Parenti joined by Sucro Ray Oliveira, bringing you all the action ringside from Mohegan Sun Arena. Alejandro Paulino in the silver trunks trying to defend his WBC silver featherweight title against Toka Kahn in the black and pink trunks. Nice start here for Alejandro Paulino. He's got some shots here. He's got some space against Toka Kahn.
Definitely letting those hands go. He's working. He probably heard myself and other people saying he tires out. He's not tiring out this fight here. He's fighting smart.
In this 8th round, this is the deepest that Paulino has gone in any fight. He's had 2 8-round decisions, both victories. And Kahn, of course, has been in 10-round fights before and hoping that it gets to that point.
See what I like about this fight is Paulino's fighting this fight that it's a marathon. Toka's fighting as it's a sprint. Sprint here, sprint there, sprint. No, it's a marathon. This is where you don't need, Paulino don't need to be on his toes. Just walk him down. Beautiful straight left by Kahn.
Trying to pick up some momentum here after that early flurry by Paulino.
There goes another one.
So now here's Kahn picking his spots. Landing some solid shots here in this 8th round.
That was a beautiful move by Kahn, but sit and let that left hand go. Catch him again. Turn him and hit him.
Kahn trying to do just that. He landed left to the body, then try to spin.
Turn him and hit him. We're on round 8, so we can't keep waiting here. You gotta let those hands go. You want them into these championship rounds. These are the championship rounds. That's what you got to keep doing. That's what the corner wants to do. That's what I want to do. But he can't keep backing up on him. Just sit and hit. That beautiful body shot right there. That body shot hurt him. That left hook to the body hurt him. But he's waiting. Give him time to recover. He's got to keep getting him.
He's picking up the pace here and he's landing better shots, but you're right, Ray. Not really putting the combos together. Another body shot.
He don't like those body shots. Those ain't low.
And now suddenly Paulino not the aggressor that he was in those first 7 rounds as Kahn is starting to pick him apart to the body in round 8. And you wonder if this is all part of the game plan by Toka Kahn to try to wear down his opponent, use that veteran experience to his advantage.
This is what I mean about Toka. He gets lackadaisy. He does something good, and then he slacks back down and goes back to what he shouldn't be doing.
There's the bell for round 8, so a much better round for Toka Kahn, and I would argue that's probably the best round of the fight for him.
It definitely was. I gave that round to Toka, but that's only 3 rounds I gave him. Yes, it's my unofficial scorecard, but I got it 3 rounds for Toka, 5 rounds for Paulino.
And it would be very interesting to hear what the corners think and what the corners are telling their fighters. Does Toka Kahn's camp think that he's maybe even in the fight? Is he behind? Is he ahead? Just depends on perspective. But if you're Toka Kahn's corner, I want to see more of that. So I tell him he needs to do more of it and tell him he's behind.
You can see right here, Paulino came out fast in the early of the rounds. And he's landing. He's not just missing, touching body. Then after that, Toka started digging down to that body, but he wasn't doing enough of it. His opponent was yelling more to the body, more pressure.
We've seen flashes of it, Ray, but we haven't really seen it pieced together in one brilliant round.
And that's
at least
the
not as
Toka
much.
we always see.
Right.
We always see Toka in flashes, but he doesn't do enough. He tries to do just enough to win. Is that enough today? I don't think so.
Well, we'll see if this fight, in fact, does go the distance. Round number 9 of his scheduled 10. This is the first time that Paulino has fought in the 9th round of his career. Toka Kahn trying to wear him down and walk him down. Nice 3-punch combo there by Kahn. And it does appear that Toka's picking up some confidence and picking up the pacer a little bit. But again, like you said, Ray, is it too late?
And these are the rounds Toka should be picking up. These are the rounds that should be Toka to walk him down.
And
like
suddenly, Ray, Toka Kahn is starting to walk him down a bit.
Like we said already, there's no stand 8 count here. So if you keep hitting him and keep hitting him, hey, the ref might just jump him and stop it. Don't smother your punches. Keep it from a distance. Put them hands together. Paulino wants him in close, where Toka wants to keep him outside, let them hands go.
Toka Kahn appearing to get stronger as this fight goes on.
That one there was low.
Yeah. But again, worth noting that Paulino started so strong.
Beautiful
You wonder,
uppercut.
as that uppercut lands, if Kahn has enough to finish strong and perhaps still win this fight, whether it's on the scorecard or by stoppage. Kahn will have a lot of work to do over the final 90 seconds of this round, and if it goes that far, the final 10th round.
If Toka walks him down and just keeps throwing those hands, put a right hook behind it.
This is where Kahn wants to lean on his experience in these big fights. Lean on his experience in the 9th and 10th round of a big fight, where Paulino has never been before.
Should fake that left and come with the right hook.
Again, Toka Kahn to the body with 2 left hooks.
But he
There's that
knows
right,
he's
left
going
combo.
there. Bring it back to the head. He knows you're going to that body. He's got to pick it up, Toka. He's got to pick it. If he wants anything close, you got to pick it up.
Big left by Toka there.
Yes, he threw as he threw when Paulino was throwing. That's what I've been asking for.
Another left by Toka trying to work his way inside here with the final 20 seconds to go in round 9. There
You
goes
got to
Paulino
throw while
back.
he's throwing. Straighten out that left hand.
There's another good round for Toka Kahn. We have 9 in the books, and Ray, obviously, we wanted to have seen that earlier in the fight for Toka Kahn. And
Yes.
we still don't know what the scorecards are, and we don't pretend to be
It's my
experts.
opinion right now. I think Toka probably needs not just win that round, he needs to knock down that round. In the next round to get a draw. I see Paulino still ahead. It's 5-4 Paulino right now. I got it.
And that makes this 10th and final round even more important if you're Toka Kahn. If you score a knockdown, now the fight possibly swings in your favor, if in fact it is 5-4.
Yeah.
It could also be 6-3, which paints a much different picture. That one round can make a big difference on the scorecard, and people have to, understand. You do the math in your head and you start to add it up. But for what it's worth, we have 9 rounds in the books. The first time that Paulino has gone 9 rounds in his career. Toka Kahn, again, just to kind of recap what's happening here.
This is the championship round, the 10th and final round.
Paulino got off to a strong start in this fight. Toka Kahn has picked it up, I would say, over the last 3 rounds, especially more convincingly. And here we are in round number 10. Michael Parenti, Sucre Oliveira bring you the final 3 minutes of this championship fight. And we'll see what both guys have in store.
Right now, if I was both corners, I'd say, hey, both corners need this round here. Don't lead this round to anyone.
That's it. Let it go. Leave it all in the ring. And here comes Paulino.
Paulino's definitely doing that.
Yeah.
He is definitely doing that. That's a hell of a champion right there. It's his belt.
Paulino trying to defend that WBC silver title for the 2nd time in his career. Working the body. Again, another solid combination by Paulino. Kahn trying to wrap him up.
Just Kahn covering up ain't gonna win you around. You gotta let those hands go. Toka can't be following him. You gotta cut that ring off and let them hands go.
Absolutely needs to cut that ring off.
He has the ability to do it. He's trying to catch him with that one punch. Doesn't always work like that. That's where you got to come down straight. If you could touch him, you can hit him.
Yeah.
I say it all the time. If you can touch him, you can hit him.
And that, Ray, is sometimes the danger of falling behind early in the fight is now trying to look for that one-punch knockout, which just isn't always the best strategy.
That's where you make mistakes.
Yeah.
That's when you're desperate and trying to get the knockout, that's when you make mistakes.
You get into a situation where you have to throw your entire game plan out the window and just let it go for 3 minutes, and that may not necessarily be conducive to the kind of arsenal that you have as a fighter.
That's not how you work in the gym. You don't train every as a pro every round as a just all-out round. No, you train every round as to pick and make a game plan.
Kahn is trying to track him down, but Paulino remains elusive.
Beautiful right hand by Kahn.
And just as I say it, he does land that right. Final minute of the fight. This is where we expect the fireworks from both sides.
Let them go. Both guys, let those hands go. Don't leave it to the scorecards.
Johnny Callis.
Take a look at the clock.
Yeah, doing a great job tonight officiating this bout.
He let both fighters fight. Both fighters, were hitting after the round and hitting low, but, he let them control the fight. That's what you want to do it.
Big left by Kahn, and Paulino just sort of dances after absorbing it.
But you got to let those hands go. Sticking your tongue out ain't going to do nothing.
Both guys showboating here in the final 15 seconds.
This is what they wanted. This is what they wanted. Right here is what they wanted.
Wow, what a fight.
This is what they wanted.
Both fighters walking to their corner with their hands raised. Alejandro Paulino gets up on the 2nd rope. Toka Kahn just doing one quick lap before heading back to his corner with his trainer, Hector Bermudez. Jason Estrada waving the towel in the corner of Alejandro Paulino. Both guys feel they've won it.
I got a 6'4" Paulino. It takes one close round to sway it the other way, or 2 close rounds to sway it the other way. But I got Paulino up 6'4".
I would say the fight definitely got closer in the later rounds as we look at some of the action here, as Toka Kahn really began to pick it up in the 2nd half of the fight.
Yes, when he came and let them hands go, he was landing. But Paulino, again, it's a marathon. He kept working. He kept working, kept throwing those hands, no matter if I'm hitting your arms or shoulders.
Well, let's be honest, this is the fun part here. You get to see what the scorecards say.
Yeah.
We have our opinions here, but our opinions mean nothing in the end. It's those 3 judges who sit ringside who score the fight. They hold the fate of each fighter in their hands.
That's why I don't bet.
And that's why some fighters don't want it to go through the scorecards, because you just never know.
Never know.
Yeah, what's going to happen there. But I thought a great job by both guys. Paulino looked sharp early on. He lasted the full 10 rounds. He had never been 10 rounds in a fight before. And Toka Kahn, I thought, got stronger as the fight went on and showed that he still does have a lot left in the tank. You just
the fight
wonder.
is what we all expected.
Yes.
We know Toka's going to try to outbox and land punches. We know Paulino's going to come in, throw bombs, and who can follow their game plan and adjust their game plan a little bit. I think Paulino did a little bit more. Toka had his spots here where he did it, but most of the time he was just laying on the ropes and covering up.
One thing I will say, I agree with your point about referee Johnny Callis to let them fight. The action, because of that, was fluid throughout all 10 rounds. There were not a lot of lulls in the action at all. Both fighters brought a very good pace, and they maintained that pace through all 10 rounds. So it was a thoroughly entertaining fight to watch from start to finish. I enjoyed it. I think all the fans here at Mohegan Sun enjoyed it. And this was the kind of fight, Ray, that really lived up to the billing. We expected a war of attrition between both guys who came into this fight not liking one another at all. I'm sure they've earned respect from one another. However, this was the kind of fight that we expected to see, and now we'll find out who's going to leave with that belt. Let's send up to Pat Sullivan. He has our winner.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 hard-fought rounds, we go to the scorecards. Judge Tom Carasone scored the bout 95-95. Judge Steve Weisfeld scores about 97-93. And Judge Glenn Feldman scores about 96-94. For your winner, by majority decision, and still WBC US Silver Champion, Alejandro All right, Mohegan Sun, everybody watching at home, I'm joined by your champion, and still the champion, and still undefeated, and so on, Alejandro, another win. But this tonight was a statement win in your career. Not only did you fight a great fighter in Toka Kahn, but you just went 10 rounds, which you haven't done before. How are we feeling?
I'm feeling great. I went 10 rounds. I've never been 10 rounds before, and I finished strong in the last round. So I worked hard for this, and it showed. I was ready every round. So that's it. Yeah.
In the final couple rounds here, did you feel like you had the fight, or did you think you had to dig down and win those last 2 rounds?
I thought I had to fight the whole time. He probably won like 2 rounds, like the 8, some shit like that, took off. But from first round to the end, I feel like I won almost every round. I probably given like 2 rounds. That's it.
Now, after beating a fighter of the likes of Toka Kahn, what's next? There's got to be someone else in this sport that you're ready to take on.
I want to fight the champions. Like, I want to fight for a world title or whoever that is like next. I want to take whatever it takes to get me to a world title and be a champion.
Well, as your promoter Jimmy Birchfield says, one green belt leads to another. I think that's in your future. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Alejandro Paulino. Ladies and gentlemen, Mohegan Sun, how about a round of applause for Toka Kahn? Toka, a great fighter. We've always loved watching you in this ring. A good fight tonight. What do you have to say to everybody here?
I want to thank everybody for coming out. I appreciate the support. It was a good fight for me and homeboy. Well, first I want to say thank you to God for giving me the strength to come in and keep doing what I do. And I want to give a shout out. I lost a close friend of mine, Dan Crowdy, a real special person to me. Cancer took him a month ago. I just want to say I love him and I keep him in prayers, and thank you to his family. They're out here tonight. But I'll be back. I ain't over. I haven't been in the gym for 2 years. I came out here. He beat me by 1 round. He did. I'll be back.
Toka, I think I speak for all the boxing fans here. You're a pleasure to watch, and we hope that there's many more fights in your future. Ladies and gentlemen, Toka Kahn.
So there it is. Alejandro Paulino gets the win by majority decision, 97-93, 96-94. And then, of course, we had a 95-95 card. Judge Feldman had it 6 rounds to 4 like you and I did, 96-94. One judge had it 7-3 in favor of Paulino, and it could go either way. I don't think it was a draw. I think those 7-3 or 6-4 are very accurate scorecards.
Yeah, I can see why the judge gave it a draw. I can see why the judge agreed with us. And like I said, it depends on where you're sitting around in the ring. But it was a very good fight. Paulino can move on for this. Toka can move on to this. Don't want to see them fighting again against each other, but they can move on to this. And doors have opened up for Paulino, and I can see the guy doing much more. He improved, he adjusted, he looked great today.
No question about it. That fast start from Alejandro Paulino was the difference in the fight. He arguably won the first 5 rounds, or at least 4 of the first 5. Toka, no question, picked it up late. But in the end, it was too little too late, at least in the minds of the judges, as Alejandro Paulino defends his title, improves to 19-0 with a majority decision victory. Tonight, Ray, we take a look back at some of the action here. Great fights throughout the night. Carlos Venegas-Nunez getting the win in the opening bout of the evening.
Nunez looked good today. He came back off a good one. Great
How about
fight
a million
here.
more? Yeah, a million more. Pro debut, she gets the big victory. Stevie Jane Coleman, 6 in a row with her victory tonight. And then, of course, in a highly contested fight, Mike Kimball got the decision, even though you and I not necessarily agreed, but Kimball stays unbeaten nonetheless.
Yep, definitely learn from it. You know, take the win and learn from it. Fight of the night right here.
Jacob Herrera with the knockout of the night, stopping Cito Hoff in the first round. Arthur Mercanti stepping in and calling a halt to the action as Herrera improves 8-0. And how about King Kevin Walsh knocking out Irvin Gonzalez in the 4th round of their fight?
Who thought that was going to happen?
Nobody saw that coming. Irvin Gonzalez takes the loss. King Kevin Walsh retains his New England Featherweight Championship.
Another new belt.
And here we are in the main event. Alejandro Paulino earning the majority decision win over Toka Cleary. The biggest fight, the biggest victory of his career. He improves to 19-0. Just tremendous action from start to finish. I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight on Swerve Combat. For Ray Oliveira, I'm Michael Parenti. We will see you next time.